this waiting at the end of the day, you can leave a gentle like and subscribe so this little world will be here whenever you need it. Now, I want to tell you about a little hotel, not a grand one, not one full of noise and luggage and bright polished floors. This one stands beside a rain garden at the edge of an old town, with only 7 rooms, soft lamps in every hall, and a front desk where no one ever seems rushed. It appears most clearly after rain, when the baths are dark and shining, and the garden pools are full, and the whole evening smells of wet leaves and stone. You arrive there carrying more tiredness than you meant to, not the dramatic kind, only the ordinary kind that gathers quietly all week until it feels suddenly too heavy to keep pretending it weighs nothing. The hotel sign sways above the gate. The rain garden house, rooms for quiet nights, inside the garden walls. Little lanterns reflect in shallow pools among ferns and white flowers. Water gathers at the roots of willows, and narrow stepping stones lead to the front door. When you enter, a bell rings softly, not sharp, only polite. Behind the desk stands a woman in a cream sweater with her hair tied in a loose knot. She looks up and smiles in the way certain people smile when they know the best welcome is a calm one. "Long day?" she asks, and the question is so simple and so kind that you nod before you even mean to. "Then I think room 5 will suit you," she says. "It listens well when it rains." Room 5. What an odd and lovely thing to say. She hands you an old brass key on a blue ribbon, then leads you upstairs. The carpet in the hall is soft underfoot, the lamps low, the walls painted the quiet gray-blue of early evening. At the end of the corridor, she opens the door, and there it is, a small room with a white quilt, a chair by the window, a tray with tea already waiting, and beyond the glass, the rain garden glowing under lantern light, little ripples moving across the pools, ferns bowing under silver drops. On the writing desk lies a card, written in careful ink, for guests who have arrived with too much on their minds. You read it, then turn as the woman sets a small plate of biscuits by the kettle. "We keep the rooms ready for tired thoughts here," she says. "It is easier for people to rest when the room has expected them. For a while you stand by the window, watching rainwater slide along the stone paths of the garden, and the room feels exactly as she said, ready, not fancy, not showy, only prepared to hold a quiet person gently. After some time there is a soft knock. The woman has returned with a slim guest book bound in green cloth. "People sometimes write down what the garden gave back to them," she says. "If you would like to borrow a thought for the evening." She opens to a page and reads, I checked into this hotel because I could not bear one more bright room. Everything outside me had become too hard-edged, but room 5 had rain at the window and a tray of tea and a chair that seemed to understand silence. The garden below made no demand at all. It simply held the weather beautifully, and somehow that taught me how to hold my own tiredness too. When she closes the book, the room feels quieter than before, as though the words themselves have settled into the curtains and the lamp glow. She leaves you with the guest book on the desk and a final sentence spoken at the door. Some nights are not for progress, she says, only for softness. Then she goes, and the room belongs to you and the rain. You make the tea, honey and lemon and something floral. You sit in the chair by the window and watch the lanterns shine in the garden pools. One by one, your thoughts begin to slow, like footsteps on carpet, like rain easing into mist. Later, you notice another door beside the wardrobe. Behind it is the tiniest reading nook, just a lamp, a shelf of calm old books, a blanket, and a narrow daybed tucked beneath the eaves, as if the hotel had guessed that someone might need one more layer of quiet. You lie there for a little while, listening to the rain garden below, and the whole hotel seems to breathe around you, not asking, not expecting, only holding. When the rain finally softens and the lanterns blur in the wet glass, you feel something in yourself soften too, not solved, not transformed, just rested enough to remember that rest exists. And sometimes that is a beautiful beginning. In the morning there would be birds in the garden and pale light on the pools, but tonight there is only room 5, the blue ribbon key, the lamp by the chair, and the sound of rain being received kindly by leaves and stone. So tonight you can stay there a little while, in the little hotel beside the rain garden, with the tea cooling slowly at your side. Let the room remain ready for you. Let the garden keep the weather, and let sleep find you in the softest room of all.